T-Mobile, I love you. It's a brand new phone too. Brand new phone. And we have like the top Wi-Fi, 5G, super solid, super duper coverage, right? I don't know why the last feed froze. I might give it a minute here for people to come back. RG's back. I'm willing to help you. I have personal off-duty patrol unit. Oh my God, that would be perfect. Hey, I didn't even know I could pin comments. Holy shnikes. I think I just pinned you, RG. All right, thank God, we're good now. So yes, so charity runs. So what we're going to be doing with the truck is if a hurricane hits the Gulf and they need supplies, we're going to get immediately with dispatch at Arter. We can dispatch ourselves, by the way, with Arter system. We are running truly as an owner op with Arter. But we do have a dedicated dispatcher to make it easier on us, if that makes sense. So we're going to work through them, call them up and say, hey, get us a FEMA load. We're going to start running supplies to this disaster zone the next couple weeks. You know, and that's what we're going to do. We're going to make an extension of road rescue. We're also looking into options, maybe in a year or two, of getting a tow truck attachment for this truck. Pink semi tow truck attachment, like to where we could actually tow other semi trucks. So we're looking into some other options with this too. We're going to be running Wreaths Across America here this year. So we're also going to be doing breast cancer stuff all throughout the month of October. So sponsoring breast cancer walks, doing everything we can to raise money for the cause. So that's what this is going to be. Roadside, we're not going to be in the semi every day, but it's an extension of our Roadside company. So we're going to grow it and then continue running every so many weeks, months, whatever, in the semi truck to go help people. So that's our core idea, is helping people. Let me pop these comments back up here. Can I get a live feed on the comments? There we go. That would be sweet. Big says Big Country. Hey Brittany, I just want to say that I like what you're doing for a great cause. I just want to say ignore the haters. Thank you so much. I agree with you guys, by the way, on the hater topic. I've had a lot of people reach out and say, why don't you just ignore them, pretend they're not there? I do agree to an extent. We ignore probably 98% of the hate. The issue is we completely ignored it for a month and we lost $2,800 in revenue. Now, it sounds like a lot of money. Oh, Brittany's just pocketing money, but that was half of our payroll. Like I pay my people decent. Like here at Bree TV, we're providing jobs. We have editors, we have managers. And that's what I want as an entrepreneur. I want to gain revenue so we can provide opportunities for people. Cause I actually give a damn about people, right? So, like half of our salary disappeared in 1 month just because we had ignored the hate and they convinced people to leave our different platforms, to stop supporting us. And it was sad. And so we finally had to, we reached a point that we wanted to go public to an extent with it so that you guys know what we're experiencing and what we're going through. But at the same time, we don't want to give those people attention, right? That's all they want. They want attention. And they want to see me go on a live stream and start flipping them off and getting angry. And we're not going to do that. So anyway, that's kind of what happened with that. It's like, I want to keep, this is reality TV. I don't want to be fake, right? I mean, that's what makes it so authentic is you guys see what, I'm a real person and this is what we go through. So, and we want to keep it that way. So if somebody's harassing us, if we're going through threats and hate, I want you guys to see the hell that we've had to go through as entrepreneurs to be able to get here. Because last thing I want to trailblaze a way for other people to do this. Like if you guys say it's my dream to be, have a following on YouTube, what you're going to be up against, if that makes sense. And also I think it's important to keep that reality in the mix, if that makes sense, so that you guys understand what's really going on with us. Okay, any luck with the fire department there? Yeah. Let's just say a lot of fire departments over in the Kansas sector aren't so favorable about women joining the department. And I have yet to find a department that's happy to bring a woman on. So that's all I'm going to say about that. So no, I have not found. If we find a good fire department, I really want to volunteer, especially as we grow and have more help. Then we can actually, I can give back to the community in that way too. So let's see, live chat. My live chat keeps disappearing, guys. I don't know why. Hey, How to Truck 101 just sent a $5 super chat. Thank you so much. When I get monetized, every super chat I receive will donate proceeds to cancer awareness. That is freaking awesome. Go follow How to Truck 101. He's tagged us. He's done little video clips in support of us, and I really appreciate it. Like, those things make my day. Hello from Kansas City area, says Lone Cowboy Adventures. Hello, hello. Hey, there's Mr. Gordon. I recognize you. Mr. Gordon, $2 super chat. I am my own fire department. That's funny. That's what most people seem to think we are at this point. I go into we go into convenience stores and stuff, and they immediately think we're fire rescue. So like, no, not quite. I mean, don't get me wrong. We will rescue somebody if we come across them, but we do roadside. Okay, how do I get my chat back? There we go. We have an awesome fire department up where I live. I know. And you know what the bad thing is? Like, all these fire departments that have reached out to me and are like, oh my God, we would have you on in a second, Britt. We would love to have you on our department fighting fires with us. And trust me, I would like to be there. I've done it and I enjoy it. But the thing is, they're like always halfway across the country, right? You've got like Alexandria, Virginia. I've got fire departments in Oklahoma and different states. And they're like, I wish I lived where you lived, or you guys were out here, actually, because I would love to get back on a fire department. I kind of miss it. I'll talk to our chief about making you an honorary member. Oh, that's sweet. Thank you. I appreciate it. You need angel wings. Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you. Hello, India. Hello, hello, hello. But yeah, that's kind of the down low, to give you an update on everything that's happened. Come to Texas. Trust me, I wish. But yeah, no, that's an update. So you guys are on the same page with us. We're going to continue to grow Road Rescue. We just got a major account. Back to the account. Okay, so here's what we ran into. So let me give you a little behind the scenes as an entrepreneur. So we're starting this company. We're growing Roadside. We got a major contract. And I mean, like 5 calls a day. Like 5 calls a day. If that's all we get in our area, we're going to get paid thousands and thousands of dollars on those calls. Here's the problem. It takes like at least 45 days, at least a month and a half to get paid out on that call. We have to purchase the tires. We have to purchase any equipment that needs replaced when they call us for Roadside, right? And we're talking like we're talking expensive tires, right? Big, like semi tires, right? So you start paying, let's say it costs us $500 in product to service that call, and we're getting 5 calls a day. 5 times 5, that's $2,500 a day that it's costing us, not counting. Well, yeah, that's about what it's costing us by the time we pay our road techs and everything. So you have we need like 25, 50 grand sitting in cash just to be able to purchase the product, to put on the vehicle, to then wait and a month and a half later get paid. So during that time, we'd have to spend another 50 grand and another 50 grand and another 50 grand. And here we're waiting for corporate to pay us. So we just sat down with an Arter company, a company that works with Arter, to do a factoring deal today, which I'll tell you more about. So we're going to do a deal with a factoring company that's going to step in and do a custom deal with a Roadside company so that we can fund that 50 grand or whatever is needed every 2 weeks so that we can take the calls, buy the product, pay them a commission, And we can leverage that, go to the next city and the next city. And before you know it, we're spending, 150, 200 grand and providing like hella good jobs for people. So that is the plan right now. I have to shout these super chats out. This is amazing. We got a $50 super chat from Rolling with Cheyenne, it looks like. I'm sorry, it's hard to see. You are the most amazing person out there. Ignore the haters. Love everyone. Love everyone else. Keep on trucking and roadside. 50 honks. That is so awesome. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We also got another $5 super chat from RG. Brittney, when you have a moment after your live, give me a 21 and I can give you some additional resources to help your company. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Let's see. Brittney, get a government grant program. Yes, that's a good idea. Leverage the grants that you can as well. Let's see. Hi, Brittney. Hope you're doing well. You go, girl. Thank you. Accounts receivable, 36, sometimes 90. Yeah, exactly. Sometimes accounts receivable can be like 3 months. You're waiting. Can you imagine going to work, right? Imagine if you worked all week and you didn't get paid for that week for 3 months. That'd be BS. Who's going to put up with that? But that's what, when you get larger as a company, that's what you have to put up with. So how a factoring company works is basically they pay you immediately. Once we issue an invoice, they'll pay us the next day so that we can pay our people and make sure they're taken care of, right? And then we have the reimbursements immediately for the product we just purchased. They take like, X amount of percentage off of that. So a tiny little percent versus the profit margin that we have on this major account we just got. And then we get money immediately. We can elevate that as we grow. 50 grand could turn into 100 grand, could turn into 250 grand. So we can leverage that as long as we're making money. Battery's dying on the truck. Hey, at least if it dies, I can jumpstart myself, right? We're about to buy some bigger jumper boxes here soon, hopefully. They're like between 500 and $1,000 per jumper box. So it gets really freaking expensive, but we're about to upgrade our jumpers to be able to handle all the semi trucks, which I think is going to help a lot of people this winter. All right, back to the live chat window here. Hey, Brett, I'm not seeing any mod controls. Okay, hold up. Do you have a wrench? Gordon, do you have a wrench? No, I do not want to. Wait, remove his mod. Yeah, Gordon's the moderator. Yeah, I'm not sure why you're not seeing tools for moderation, but yeah, Gordon, I 100% trust. Gordon should be a moderator. Gotta run, just wanted to come by and show my support. Okay, be safe, keep the rubber side down, the shiny side up. There we go. Yeah, I see Gordon's got a wrench. Wait. Yeah, there you are. You have a wrench. Okay, we're good. Yeah, we need some more moderators soon. The problem we have is we have so many people that have tried cyber attacks on us, so I don't just want to throw wrenches out there, right? And then find out it's a troll account and they've deleted everything. So go to work and get to work, woman. Yeah, no kidding, right? Hey out there, Britt, how are you? Let's see. Yes, she has to hold on to some. Give the tools, and then I'll get some more moderators up here pretty soon. Because we do get spammed, and it's sad. I guess people have nothing better to do than to try to mess with somebody who actually is doing something productive. It's like right here, we're doing something productive right now. Like we're literally raising money for a good cause. We're funding our business. We're creating jobs. So, I mean, it's a win-win-win. Like I have the same philosophy Mr. Arter has that philosophy. We've sat down with him twice for over an hour. Like, for a guy of his caliber, for him to spend that much time just talking to me and Jordan was outstanding. Like, he shared the full story from day one, first truck that they had, all the way to the current, what drove him, like what his ambitions were and what his ideas were. And that's one thing that we have in common, is he believes that you should create a win-win-win for everybody. Because if you screw the drivers over, they're the backbone of your company. If you screw your contracts over, like your companies you contract with for freight, if you screw them over, they're also a backbone of your company, because the drivers need freight to haul, right? At least on a consistent basis, so you're not pulling off the load boards and crap freight. So the guy's got a really good, like, level-headed perspective on how business works. And he sees that it's equally important to treat you like royalty. Same with, the others that are vital to your business. You want to make sure everyone's happy. It's not a trade-off between the driver or the contract. You don't have to make that choice. Like, you can find a win-win that satisfies your customer and the driver, because you're treating them fairly and you actually give a damn, right? So that's how we feel about our company and our drivers, is like, we even have, okay, so I even came out with a tiered system I won't get off on because I want to keep reading the comments here, but we created a tiered system that's based on performance. And so the more the drivers make for us, the more they get paid as well. Like, we make it a win-win, to where as we profit and grow as a company, the drivers are profiting and growing as a company. And I think that's absolutely vital. All right, let's see. Live chat. Let's turn to the live chat. My little chat box keeps disappearing. Okay, how does it feel to be back working in your baby? Oh my God, it is so amazing. It's so amazing. Like, I can't tell you how happy I am. I thought we were going to lose this. Like, we busted our butts since 2019. Busted our butts to get this thing paid off. And it blindsided me at the end. I had no freaking clue. Everything was just going to fall out. I was like, especially, I hate to say this, but somebody with as many followers as us too, that's a PR nightmare to just screw them over. And that's what appeared was happening. And it just floored us. It completely floored us. And to tell you what I did was, this started back in like April. We saw the storm clouds gathering right in the distance with this truck situation in the last trucking company. We're like, things are going south. This is getting bitter really fast. What the hell are we going to do if overnight, just like that, the truck's gone? We have nothing. All of our media was built on this pink truck and this concept of raising money for cancer awareness, and then also growing our business. So what do we do if that thing we're known for is gone? How are we going to continue? And I was sitting with Jordan, door dashing. Literally, we were door dashing. And I was like, we need a backup strategy. We need, assuming the truck falls through a month from now, we need something that we can make money on. And so I said, hey, I like this DoorDash concept. Why can't we build a company that's kind of like a DoorDash, but does roadside? So we hire road techs. They can kind of set their own hours, work when they want. And, they're helping other people. They get paid well. We could get a pink SUV, put the ribbon on it, and then if we lose the truck, we have a business. So to tell you what happened, like, you're seeing like the, like a glacier in an ocean. You know how the glacier's like looks tiny up at the top, but it's really got this massive thing underneath. That's what was happening over like April and May of this year that you guys weren't seeing, was this massive like plan that we were making as a backup strategy in case the truck fell through. And I'm so glad we did, because the moment it fell through, like, some of you guys are like, how'd you grow that fast? Like the haters can't understand it. They're like, this is not right. How can she just grow this fast as a business? You know why? Because I've been planning, writing it down in steps for months on what we're going to do for another company to keep going if the truck fails, if somebody takes the truck from us. So that's what happened. We already had it as a backup plan in case we got screwed over. That way we couldn't lose. So I definitely suggest, if you're doing a business, have a backup plan. Already be thinking like 3 steps ahead of your competition, because some companies are really bad about screwing you over. It just sucks. All right, comments. Should be cancer in general and not just one form of it. Yes, so to clarify, Brian, also, we've got asked that a lot. Why do you just support breast cancer awareness? Okay, let me give you a good one. The breast cancer ribbon, okay, we have probably 70-80% male viewers, right? And the first thing I hear from them is, save the boobies, save the boobies. They're like all on board, right? Hell yeah to boobies, right? So it has more of an appeal, right? And it's also more well known, the breast cancer awareness ribbon, right? People know it. People associate it with the pink. I love pink. Everything we do is pink. So for the branding and awareness side, that's why we use that. Messages. Now, on the actual donation side, I will tell you, we do not donate directly to breast cancer research, solely to breast cancer research. We donate to cancer research in general. So, and by the way, if I've had some spam accounts accuse us of frauding people and not really giving to cancer, on our website, our link tree, you can find our link tree link on like all of our social media. Go there. We have a category where you can see the actual donation receipts every time we've donated. So you can see for yourself. We've never scammed anybody. We donate. You see the receipts. You see everything. But no, we donate in general to cancer research. So it's just it's just the boobies, right? They have more of an appeal to support by our base. So hey, go boobies. Yeah, that works. Why not? Hey, anything that furthers the cause, right? I'm trying to get our chat window back up. It keeps disappearing on me. Have a great day. I support anything you do. Aw, thank you. Shout out from Sacramento, California, and El Paso, Texas. CDC don't care about cures. By the way, I will say I've had a lot of people approach me. Hey, Scotty. Yeah, it has been a while. I need to get back on your Facebook group. Yeah, so I've had a lot of people approach me and say, look, there's a cancer cure and you're not talking about it. For one, I don't think I'm legally allowed as a non-doctor to claim that there's a cure, right? I would encourage people, do your own research. There's a lot of studies on what can reduce your chances of cancer. And there's a book that I read a while back called A World Without Cancer. And it makes some crazy claims, but using natural remedies and such. Personally, when you're faced with like radiation and like these intense things that are going to damage your body, right? You're basically nuking everything when in a lot of the treatments. I'm all for anything that might help you. So I'm not one to sit here and say I'm not in denial. I know a lot of people have conspiracies, but I'm open-minded. So I would encourage you, try everything. If I'm dying of cancer, I'm going to legit try every freaking thing. I don't care how crazy it sounds, as long as it's not, gonna hurt me. If they say eat 50 apples a day, blah, 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 I'll do it. I will do it. Rather than die, right? So, no, I'm in full support of anything that might help. Where'd my chat window go? It keeps disappearing. Truck driver, LOL. Oops, it disappeared again. Seriously, chat window. Hello from Minnesota. Hello. Dr. Welch sued by government and he won his own health claim. That's crazy. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff. And I mean, I've heard, down in Mexico, they have different treatments that are authorized that aren't here. I just say, look, it's a free country. To each your own, do your own research. Like, don't just trust big government, you know what I mean? do your own research, think for yourself. And well, it's like me, I grow my own lettuce, I grow my own green onions and chives and okra and stuff. I grow inside the house organically, hydroponically. So it's like chemical free, right? I feel more comfortable doing that than drinking mineral water that I make myself at home than I do trusting chemicals at the store. Like, that's just how I am. But I would encourage you, just do your own research. Let's see. Do you ever come through Hutchinson, Kansas area? I have. God, it's been a while. I have a while back. I used to live near there. I've been to Hutch many times. We do have Wichita, Kansas on our radar for expansion for Midwest Road Rescue. It's just not the right timing. We need to if you think of it like building a house, you need a foundation first, right? And we need a foundation big enough and strong enough to handle the weight of the growth that we will have. Because like I said, I don't want to screw people over later when we get big and suddenly we're disconnected from what's happening to the drivers day to day. I never want that to happen. After what I went through with the last company, I've learned, like, we're going to have checks and balances at every corner so that drivers are taken care of every day. I mean, I want people. So this is one thing Arter does. So Arter has a quality control person. She literally calls people, drivers, to check in, make sure everything's going like it should. She goes to different departments, checks. She's quality control. She talks to Arter personally, and Arter's told her, like, look, you report to me if there's a problem. If somebody's pissed, you tell me. If something's not being handled right, you tell me, because I want it fixed. That way he can authorize it. We want to do the same thing with my company. Because, I mean, it's just, yeah, I want to take care of people. That's like another thing. I know I'm kind of ranting about it, but like with business, money is the product of reciprocal altruism. That's a fancy way of saying that when you create value for somebody else in an atmosphere to where that value is returned to you, so it's an exchange of value. I do something for you, you do something for me. We both win, right? That's how money's created. And when you understand that in business, and you go, okay, I want to create more money and I grow my business. What does it start with? How can I create more value for the drivers? How can I create more value for the customers? How can we make this environment to where we all win? Because only when we all win is money created, because that's how money works. I mean, look at the bartering system. That's the early days of money. That's how it was supposed to work. So if you want to make more money, stop thinking of how I can work more hours. Stop thinking of that. Start thinking of how can I create more value in an environment where it's returned. That's why if you work for a company that treats you like shit, you're going to lose money. New messages. Because you might be providing value to them, but they're not returning that value to you. And when it's one-sided, you're not going to win. You cannot create money in a one-sided environment. So my job as an entrepreneur is to make sure we're never a one-sided environment. I want to win just as much as the drivers are winning. Okay, where's my chat window? Chat window. Joseph says, I believe you. Thank you. Holy moly. Did we get another super chat? It's not letting me see. Mark Pierce, are you pulling a Stevenson trailer? So there you go. Almost lost the signal. I am so sorry to hear that. There's so many people gone to cancer. It's ridiculous. Bring back my chat window. There we go. But yeah, no, I mean, that's how we see it. We're excited to grow. Like, I'm so excited. And we're going to venture into all corners. We're going to be any market that's directly connected with roadside, like towing, we're going to do. I want to get a tow truck by next year. We're adding people. We're adding vehicles. So, no, I'm just really excited. And God, I'm so happy that we're through this period that we just went through. Because the last few months, I will tell you, have you guys seen that clip? You remember, what's that actor from that movie Black Sheep? The one that died a while back? Chris Farley, right? Wasn't it Chris Farley? Did you guys ever see that clip? I think it was Black Sheep, where he tumbled down that like hill, and it was like ridiculous. Like he tripped and fell, and there was like tumble, 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 tumble. Then he like hit a rock and it flew up in the air, landed again, and then like tumble, 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 tumble. That was the last few months with us. Like literally, we were Chris Farley tumbling down the freaking hill. And I was just like, I mean, there were days that I was round the clock. We were taking naps and like not sleeping, and it was just insane. So I can't tell you how happy and thankful for all the support that you guys have provided. So both on here, on OnlyFans. Like I said, you guys have been great. OnlyFans, it's, as you see in the post, it's nothing bad. I don't do anything bad on there. It's literally classy, like motivational, good morning, cute little picture type of thing. It's nothing bad. So I appreciate that you guys have supported that. This literally funded so much stuff for us. When are you getting a tow truck? Hopefully next spring. That is my plan. Let's see. I'm having skin cancer care, waiting to go to the doctor, 41 years old. I am so sorry to hear that. Cancer is just insane. Brittney, what do you do to stay fit while on the road? I can tell you the last couple months, I have been eating like fast food, cheeseburgers, fries, like junk. Like I let the garden suffer. Like it's been bad the last couple months. Literally, it's just been grab, go, anything to get you going so that we can get through the next day. But as for now, what I am doing, I've got a treadmill inside the house. Reason being inside the house is because we do get a lot of threats, unfortunately, and some of them are serious from really dangerous people. And so I'm not just going to walk down the street alone. So one thing I do, I'm going to start walking the treadmill. This is what I did before to stay super fit. I'm going to run the treadmill 30, 45 minutes a day, in addition to the other exercises I do. And then I'm going to eat from the garden every day. Like, you should see this garden. We have like bowls of okra, fresh okra. We have like kale. I have Russian kale in there. That's my favorite now because they're more wide and bushy. You can eat okra leaves, by the way. I found that out. They're really healthy for you, okra leaves. So, and they help the okra produce faster because when you pull off the so many of the leaves, it puts more energy into the fruit, right? So every part of that okra plant has value to me. So I eat healthy, organic. A lot of the Smart Noodle products I do. I'll buy Smart Noodles and stuff at the store.
New messages.
So yeah. Let's see. Show garden, please. I have to show you guys some pictures. Yeah, when I get a chance, I'll show you guys some pictures. It's crazy. Glad you're back in the truck. Hey, Brittney, if you have time to watch game streamers, look up creepy horseman. Look up creamy horseman. Let's see. Glad you're back trucking. Did you pay off Pink at the balloon payment to give you the truck? Okay, yes, to answer that question. So I will say this, the last company at the end when we were getting screwed over with the lease deal, right? There was a $10,000 balloon payment at the end. We were supposed to have a $10,000 reward bonus for being faithful to the company, right? They had taken that away from us. They were going to charge us 10 grand, not only screw us out of the truck, but then on top of that, charge us an extra 10 grand. It was horrible. Like, they treated us so bad. I think the management had changed over in the last 6 months that I was there. I think a lot of that had to do with it. I think if the original guy had been there, I don't think it would have happened. But anyway, long story short, the new company, some of the people knew the owners and they worked out a deal. And as a truce, if you will, on social media, they decided that they would honor the $10,000 balloon payment at the end. They credited that to us. And the truck payment went down an extra 10 grand. So we only owe like, I think it's 16 grand or something on this truck. It's worth $90,000. Like, this is still a new truck. So we really came out winning in the end. So how it's working with the new company is we're on the lease now and they're financing it as a bank to us. So it's not a lease purchase. It's literally we're making a loan payment every month on this truck. It's the way it should have been. If I was to do things all over, I would do that. I would get a bank loan or whatever and just buy a semi and then make the payment. That way my name's on the title with the bank as a lien holder. That way if we default, they can take it back. If we pay it off, it's legally ours. And that's how it should be. Let's see. No longer running. Sure. Something. Rogine no longer running the show. Is this at Arter? Yes, this is at Arter now. Yeah, I mean, 10 grand, that's nothing to shake a stick at. Like, literally, they credited us $10,000 onto the truck. I mean, so, but see what happened at the end without, I don't want to get in trouble for like any NDAs or anything with this whole changeover, right? And I don't want to put Arter in a weird spot. But I will say this. The owner of the last company that had to kind of step away for a while, he came back and I can tell you he was pissed. He was very angry at how we were treated and how some of the other drivers were treated. And the last I heard was he was trying to make it right. So that's what I'm hearing. I don't know if that will pan out, but I will tell you they credited us 10 grand. So, and they allowed Arter to buy this truck off. So Arter is like the lien holder on this truck, but our name's on the title now and it wasn't before. So that's saying something. So yeah, so you can't take the truck now. To all the haters watching, you can't take the truck. Like, you physically cannot take this truck, because as long as we make a payment, and no matter what, we're going to make the payment. We've got other companies now, and we have a hell of a lot of support from our fan base. That's really what did it. And so they cannot take this truck. And I think that's what ramped up this last month of the aggressive, threats and things like that, was they were so mad that they thought the truck got repoed, and they thought we finally got her. They've been posting stuff for years saying, we're going to take the truck from you. You're going to lose your money. You're going to lose your CDL. You're going to lose your accounts. I did. And then all of a sudden we're back. And not only are we back, we're back stronger than we ever have been, because our name's on the title. Our name's on the title of that. We own the businesses. Literally, the deal with Arter that we have with this truck is under our business. It's not under my name. It is under the business. So we are strong as hell now, which I'm so thankful for. That's one thing I believe in, is you have to stand up to the hate in this world. And there's a special way you have to do it. I mean, you don't want to give attention to it, right? So, are you still being harassed? Yes, we are. We are. It's gotten a little better. We've taken down channels on YouTube. We've had channels vow to harass us and our contractors, and it's so that they will stop doing business with us. Behind the scenes, I have meetings with attorneys. I actually am meeting with another attorney tomorrow, but this time we're bringing attorneys in and we're going to follow through. So if somebody starts damaging our businesses, our business partners, whoever we contract with, like Arter, if you start harassing Arter and encouraging other people to harass Arter to try to get us to lose our contract, not only is Arter watching now, because Arter's been harassed before. That's something I didn't tell you guys before. Arter has had severe cyber stalking over the last year. For some of the people harassed us. And so that's one of the things when we talk that they understood. They're like, we know the same people that are harassing you, like legit, like we understand, and we're not going to put up with it. So now that we've joined forces, if that starts to happen to where businesses are getting damaged, prank calls are tying up the phone lines, you know, yada yada, we are going to launch lawsuits. Because you can't just let people run over you like a steamroller, right? At the same time, you don't want to give them attention. At the same time, you want to let your fans know what you're going through so you guys understand, went through hell with it, and we have. So there's a balance to like the whole thing, if that makes sense, so that you guys understand why we need the support to keep going. It's not cheap to hire an attorney, but I can tell you this, it stops them in their tracks really fast. I mean, there's one thing if somebody's, you know, harassing and damaging businesses online, but it's a whole nother ball game when they start getting court orders, you know, and their channels disappear. So at that point, it's like, well, shit, maybe we should stop. You think? Maybe it's not the best idea to have a subjective intent to harass somebody just because you don't like them. Like, that's just silly. That's a proverbial bully in the schoolyard that's pushing you, you know, off the sidewalk for no reason. It's time somebody stands up to the bully, and you have to. So yeah. To any Brittney haters, you have been warned. Yes, that is true. We have filed police reports. You guys have seen the videos. Yeah, so you know what we're doing. But at this point, we mean business. I mean, you guys gotta understand that contract we lost. But when we got in the first pickle with the truck, right, where we thought we were going to lose the truck, that started when we lost a contract with a dedicated account because certain people made threats and harassed the company. This is some of these people online doing these videos, starting rumors about me. They called the company and threatened me to the point that the company said, yeah, this is too dangerous, you're gone. That contract was $250,000 in cash flow. Now that's not profit, right? Because you got, you know, fuel expense, truck payment, blah, blah, blah. But I'm just saying, that was a $250,000 cash flow on that dedicated account. So the moment somebody costs you $250,000 in damages, that's huge. Not to mention we almost lost a semi. That would have been, you know, that's another 80 grand in damages right there. And those weren't the only damages. We had like another $2,800 a month cash flow that we were damaged from the defamation of character. And this is in the last month. So that's another 30 grand a year. So we're talking over $300,000 in damages that our business took on. And now the people we're doing business with are now taking on damages because they're harassing them because they're mad that we're doing business with them. So no, when it gets to those kinds of numbers, you have to say, oh, hell no. I have ignored this for long enough. We're not going to tolerate it. And we will take you to court over that. And I mean, I don't know about you, but I doubt the average person has $300,000 just sitting around ready to pay a settlement. Like, I mean, that's where I got, you know, that's where I was finally like, enough's enough. We're not going to tolerate that. You know, this is ridiculous. There's a difference between freedom of speech and calling a company saying completely bogus claims about somebody, knowingly trying to damage them. That's malice. Now you have malice. You have defamation of character with malice. Like, it's yeah. No, enough's enough. Sums that up. Thank you. Volvo horns make lots of noise. Wait. Volvo horns. My signal is a little wonky, so I won't stay very much longer, but I will say this. I'm not particularly religious, but I will say this. There is an old passage that I really understand in light of what we face. And that's that God will take the foolishness of this world and use it to confound the wise. Wise meaning those that think they're wise. So like arrogant people, right? God or the universe, whatever you want to call it, will take the foolish things of this world and use it to confound the arrogant. So when you have these people that are jealous and they're high-minded, they're arrogant, they think they're all that, they think they're better than you, and they're setting out to destroy you because of it. They see you as foolishness. They're like, it's so foolish. And they're doing all these things, false accusations, yada, yada. They're the very people, like I'm the very person. You're the very person, if you're doing the right, honorable thing, that the universe is going to take and make as an example to those people who think they're better than you. That's why they can't fathom or understand why. We've had messages like, will you stop supporting her? She's just getting bigger. Like they're freaking out. That's why. It's because if you're set out to help, it comes down to help people, right? If you're out here to help people and you're doing the right thing, then that's going to look like foolishness to those that are blinded by their own arrogance. It's just a principle of the universe, in my opinion. And you see it over and over. And so it's almost funny to watch because you have these people get so angry over your success, and it's like, dude, I'm helping find a cure for cancer, making smiles. We have cancer survivors and people going through cancer treatments who are just blessed by the content. It's like we're doing such a good thing and it just drives them nuts. Like the positivity, they just can't stand that. So, but that's how our world works. I mean, do the right thing, help people. Some people can't stand or understand others that help people. You're a psycho. What the fuck? I'm psycho. I actually have a song in my playlist that says I'm voodoo, I'm psycho. It's like this whole thing. Yeah. But hey, you know what? Even if I were psycho, we're helping a lot of people, and we're that's how I say. Let's see. Last round in the comments, and then I'm going to jump off of here. Why are you so fat? LOL. I'm going to get banned from YouTube. See, they try so hard. They think they're going to rattle you. And, but if you understand, it's like the principle of the universe. It's like, to you, that's foolish. To these people that are high-minded and arrogant. And that's just how it is. It drives them crazy. Let's see. Shout out from the UK. Incredible. The cowards who hide behind social media with their jealousy and envy. Yeah, they're in, right? And they're always keyboard warriors, right? They're always like big and bad, and I'm watching you outside your house and this and that and the blah, blah, blah. Don't get me wrong. I mean, we've had physical like things where people show up at the house. So don't get me wrong. There have been physical threats because of it. Most of these guys, however, it's scare tactics. Like they're just trying to rattle you. So I can tell you this, the only thing that legit rattles me is when somebody does show up at the house. That rattles me. Because now it's my family's safety. Why do you think I carry a gun on my hip? You know? And I do have concealed carry here in Kansas. I am allowed to carry. And we carry. And my people in Roadside, they carry. So we have a whole team of armed people. And that's because we're legal. New messages. We're going to protect ourselves. And when people start showing up at our house, that's when we get rattled. We take it serious. So you want to rattle me? Show up in person. And then I'll watch you as you go to jail. Hello from Norway. Love your content. Thank you. Do we have two people? We have two people from Norway. Yeah, two people from Norway. Shout out Norway. Hello from St. Louis, Robert says. Shout out to St. Louis. You're over there by Otter Express. Otter's out of Hazelwood there. Brittney Richardson for president 2024. You know, I don't know if I could. I don't actually. I don't know if I could even do that. I mean, I'm sure I could. I don't know if my BS meter's good enough, tolerable enough to be able to put up with something like that. By the way, I'm officially independent when it comes to politically, and even that I don't fully claim, because I freaking hate sides. It makes no sense. It's this whole gang mentality, right? This gang or this gang, and then nothing gets done in the government. It's BS. It's like this big game to divert you from the real issues. Like, freaking think for yourself, right? That's my political speech. Think for yourself. That should be my campaign strategy. Brittney, 2024. Think for yourself. Right? Because it's all about freedom. It's all about, like, it's all about freedom, and it's all about life. You know, people will say, what's the purpose of life? Survival. I mean, yeah, you can get really deep and philosophical, but really, at the core, what is the purpose of life? To survive. From your first cell, from you as a cell, that then multiplied into, you know, many cells, and then eventually became you. All along, it's survive. When you die, what is the goal? Leaving a legacy for other people so that they can better survive. Your children, your community. Like, it's all about survival. Like, that's the purpose of life. So anything that's going to further, you know, your survival, your community's survival, your country's survival, that's going to be the way to go. Like, if you focus on those things, providing a free enough environment that you can survive and thrive, that's the purpose of life. Like, that should be the focus, you know. Anyway. There's my religious philosophy right there. Survive well. If the community you're in is not surviving very well, it makes it hard for you to survive, right? So that's why it's good to support your local community. That's how I see it anyway. Let's see. Good night. Hey, Brittney, I am 15, want to be a truck driver. When I'm old enough, I appreciate you and other creators. I have to squint. I'm on a little phone. Drakey pants. Huge shout out to you. And I will tell you, if you set your mind to it, you can do it. 100%. You know, just figure out. Actually, right now at 15 is the perfect time to watch videos like, you know, mine and others, to find out what your idea, what your dream is. You know, be like, well, I want to do this, you know, and write it down. Like, create it steps. Like, when I'm old enough, I want to go to truck school. And my goal is to get my own truck eventually. And, you know, right now's the time to think about it for sure. I mean, I'm testimony to that 100%, because just a few years ago, I mean, God, time's flown by so fast. But yeah, I mean, I started a W-2 employee. Like, I went to truck school and I didn't even know if I was going to pass. I ended up passing top of my class. So, you know, my coworkers, by the way, told me, we know you well enough, you're not going to be able to hack trucking school. You'll never hack being a truck driver. That's what they told me. And I get to the end, I graduated top tier. I was the top, you know, performers in my class. Got my CDL, and I just thrived. You know, I've had my struggles, don't get me wrong, but like, it went really well. And so I proved, it just goes to show, like, if you have naysayers that don't see your vision, boot them to the curb, like, because it's your vision. Sometimes you're going to see things other people can't see. You know, nobody saw that pink SUV coming. You know, they thought I was going to lose the truck and fail. How many people thought I was going to fail? And no, we held on to our dream and we fought like hell and we did it. So yeah, you can absolutely do it. Let's see, Pt.2. Let's see. Oh, in India it is nighttime. Yeah, good point. I'm like, wait, nighttime? It's sunny over here. You need some sunglasses over here. What kind of tow truck do you want? So we want to start with, I don't think I ever answered that question either. I'm hoping to get a tow truck by next spring. So I'm hoping like mid next spring to have a tow truck in service in the Kansas City area. So what we want to start with is a rollback. And the reason being is because then you can do the secondary towing, which is like a vehicle gets in an accident, it's all banged up, crushed, you can't like drive it, right? And it gets taken to an impound lot or whatever, and then the insurance finally settles, and then they want you to go recover the vehicle and then take it across town to another lot. So that's like a secondary towing. So we can do secondary towing. We could get into accident scene towing. So if a vehicle's all crushed up, we can hook to it with the winch, pull it right up onto that rollback flatbed, part, lower it down, and then take it wherever it needs to go. So I want to start with the rollbacks. I think we'll get more value out of it. Also, they're more affordable. And I think a big reason too is because some of the trucks, you've seen some of the pickup trucks, like the big ones, that have that fold out piece that then tow. Those things are freaking expensive. And I think a big reason they are is because you can do like repo work, right? I'm not interested in repo work because of how freaking dangerous it is. I had a relative that had a tow company a while back. I think he's still got it. But you hear stories of like, you go into parts of town with that truck, people start recognizing it, especially if it's freaking pink, right? I don't want to roll into the wrong part of town and start getting shot at. Hell no. Not this girl. Yeah, not gonna do it. So anyway, no, if we ever get into like repo work or something like that, those kind of trucks, then I think we're gonna have like a security escort, or there'd be some other way that we would fathom to do it to where we have like help. But no, so I think it's more expensive because you can like, hide the fold out piece, and that's my theory. But rollbacks are cheaper. So accepting applications. We are in the Kansas City area. So we're, like I said, we're adding a new account and we're going to need more people. So right now we're trying to figure out the insurance situation, because we were going to pay 1099 contractor to give our contractors more option on like when they want to work and stuff. But the problem is they don't then fall under our insurance completely. So then they have to get their own insurance. And for some people, that's been an issue. So we're trying to work on our structure so that we can streamline it to where we can interview you, hire you, get you covered under our insurance, and then get you rolling so you can make money. So that's what we're trying. All right, stop spamming, says Gordon. Gordon means business. Gordon will block you or put you in timeout. Trust me. Gordon is on top of it. Do you want to eventually get into heavy haul? Not necessarily. Although I will tell you this, that we do want to get into like towing. Like I would want to get into towing rigs. Just not initially, because I don't have the experience in it, right? And I don't like venturing into something that I don't personally understand or have experience in, right? So roadside, I've done, even in law enforcement, fire rescue and stuff like that. I've changed tires, I've jumped vehicles, I've done, I patched radiator. I've replaced a radiator before. It was in a smaller vehicle, all right? It was easier to do, but I know some basic mechanical stuff, and being in emergency services, I already kind of know what to do alongside the roadway. I know the dangers, I know how to direct traffic, stuff like that. So that's why we chose that, because I'm familiar with it, right? And that's a good thing, to stick with what you're familiar in. And so, but eventually I would like to be able to tow rigs. We're working on the capacity right now with the company to do the big tires. So one of our accounts involves big tires, not quite semi-size, but like a step down from it. And so we're having to buy heavier equipment right now to be able to change like up to a semi-truck tire. And so we've talked about it, and we're like, well, hell, if we've got to invest in all this equipment to change semi-tires anyway, why are we not doing semi-tires? It pays more. We can still do the basic roadside and have road techs that do it. But why not get into some of the bigger vehicles? Because that's a big need right now. And so that's what we're looking at. We're going to start venturing into semi-trucks and all that stuff, and then start towing cars hopefully next spring. And then from there, we hope to get into towing semis and expanding. And so once we get Kansas City, Topeka, Kansas areas, this is our area from Topeka to Kansas City, and like north and south, like this whole region of northeast Kansas is where we're at right now. Once we get a good foundation here to where it's like a well-oiled machine, everything's running great, everyone's happy, that's when we're gonna then expand and go for city number 2. You know, we may take on Wichita or Springfield, Missouri, or, you know, eventually St. Louis, but we're gonna expand 100%. And once we get a second place going well, we're going to hit a third and a fourth and a fifth. Once we get 5, we're going to take just enough time to pause, recap, make sure it's running like pristine, right? Like 6 Sigma perfection, right? Like they do in the Rolls-Royce engines and the planes. 6 Sigma perfection. You know, 1 malfunction out of a million. You want it running right. Once we do that, we're going to continue to expand. We'll hit the next 5 cities, and the next 5 cities. Before you know it, Midwest Road Rescue is going to be coast to coast. So that is the plan. I'm super stoked about it. We're going to raise a hell of a lot of money for cancer research in general. And no, I'm just really excited, you know. And more than that, it's like the smiles, like the inspiration. Like that's what drives me, is seeing people inspired. And you know, and next thing you know, they're like, whoa, what if I could follow my dream and do this big thing? And then all of a sudden somebody else does it. And it doesn't take that many people in this country. I hate to mention like Elon Musk because of the political like back and forth, right? So I'm not utilizing it like that, but imagine somebody on that caliber, how many lives you could impact in a positive way, right? So if you had a handful of, you know, high profile people that are doing amazing things for our world, it's like, oh my God, the country just changed, you know. So never underestimate your talents, for sure. Also, typing in all caps is considered yelling. Looks a little annoying. I would love to work with you. Do you hire out of state? Only in Missouri. Missouri is the only out of state right now. We're focusing on Kansas City area. So you want to have heavy tow trucks. That's what I did in the military. Will you also be a weather chaser? Here, there's a good question. Hell yes. So for those that don't know, I am an actual trained storm spotter. I have my certificates. I am trained. I am also a licensed ham radio operator. We are going to be installing ham equipment in the pink SUV. Right now, we don't even have a CB in it. We're getting ready to install CB, ham radio. So if the power goes out, communications are down, we can go into a disaster zone, and I can use that ham radio to help with FEMA and communication. So yeah, we will be storm spotting. And here's the beautiful thing. Some of our contracts with the roadside track us via GPS. So even though we're not hiring out of state right now, if I theoretically drive to Texas to go storm spotting, it will track with me and start giving me roadside calls in the vicinity that I'm at in Texas. Like, how cool is that? So I could travel to Texas to help storm spot Also, we have basic emergency equipment on there. So if we come up on a vehicle accident, or, you know, somebody needs help because their home just got hit by a tornado, and here we are with a team of people, we can help them. We can warn other people where the tornado's at. And at the same time, in between the tornado or whatever, we can be running roadside calls, like helping people out in the area, because emergency crews are going to be tied up with all the damage, right? So no, I think that's another win-win-win, and I'm looking forward to it. So yeah, storm season up my alley. Let me go over the comments one last time here before I get off, or my voice goes out. I'm sorry, I had a hour and a half business meeting today. We've been talking a lot. I've used my voice a lot today. It's about shot. You have to be certified to chase storms. No, you don't. No, you don't. But the Weather Service does have a certification. Same with Skywarn, which is the ham radio spotters. Excuse me, spotters network. So it's one of those things. Like in Kansas, you don't have to have a concealed carry to carry a firearm concealed, right? But they do have that as an option, because when you do the concealed carry and get stopped by a cop and you show them the concealed carry, it shows them you've already been background checked, you've already been trained, you've been qualified at the range. So their like threat level goes way down, right? Because they already know you've been pre-cleared, right? So it's kind of the same thing. It's like going that extra mile to show you've got the training, you know what you're doing, blah, blah, blah. So it's one of those things. By the way, the cops here are awesome. I went up to get the VIN inspection. I've got the firearm with me. I let him know I'm concealed carry, and he's just joking about Mary Kay products. So he's like, hey, as long as you don't bring it in the building threatening people, like, we're good. So, no, I really like it out here in Kansas. Like, not to get on the concealed carry tangent, but I am licensed, and the cops are really understanding with it out here, which is great. Get some rest, enjoy your day. I will. I don't understand English. I don't know what she is saying, but I'm still listening. That's awesome. Thank you. Probably using a translator. You don't need CCW either in California if you're not a criminal. Yeah, and that just lowers, like, as soon as I tell cops, like, I'm concealed carry, they're like, oh, okay, it's cool. And they can see it when they run me, too. But the moment you tell them that, it's like, okay, she's already been background checked. She's already been cleared. So their threat, like, meter goes way down. So it's like, okay, as long as you don't pull the gun out or go reaching for it, like, we're good. Which is how it should be. So you don't want the bad guys with guns, right? You want good guys with guns. So yes. So anyway, that's enough for now, guys. Wait, let me give one more shout out to RG over here. I have 15 years experience as tow truck owner with a rollback and heavy duty. Get an aluminum bed for rollback. Wait. Get an aluminum bed for rollback, no aluminum bed. Okay. Not sure about that, but maybe you can fill me in later. But yes, anyway, it's been good. I need to get in, start working on the rest of my stuff, play catch up for today. So, steel bed. Okay, RG says steel bed, not aluminum. Will do. I will remember that. So, that's one thing. Even with the roadside business, we pulled. That was number one too. Never forget it. It's like a business owner, entrepreneur. Poll your audience. Poll your community. Find out what they need, what they want. Find out what's working. We polled our audience and had people from across the country whose experience in roadside give us recommendations on like things that we should consider. And we took the averages of those recommendations and we implemented them, and what do you know, it works. So it's great. Anyway, love you guys. More very, very soon.